world. If you don't understand this is a threat to Israel's
survival. And then they flattened Gaza.
Just flatten it. We flattened Berlin. We flattened Tokyo. Were we wrong to drop an atomic bomb to end the Japanese reign of terror? Were we? So my view, if I were Israel, I would have probably done it the same way.
Nobody saw this coming. One moment, Senator Lindsey Graham was making public appearances and discussing major policy issues, and the next, reports emerged that left Washington completely stunned. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now, political observers across the country are scrambling to understand what happened and what it could mean for the future of the Senate. Let's watch.
I'm in total shock right now. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has died. His office put out this statement saying, on the evening of Saturday, July 11th, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham passed away from a brief and sudden illness. Senator Graham's family appreciates prayers at this time and asks for privacy during this incredibly difficult period. Now, a brief and sudden illness is pretty vague, but we're learning now that emergency personnel responded to a call for cardiac arrest at Graham's Capitol Hill home on Saturday night, according to police scanner audio obtained by NBC News. Photographs also reviewed by NBC showed that paramedics carried a person on a stretcher from Graham's home to an awaiting ambulance. Graham was, of course, a big Trump ally, aligned with him on basically every issue, but this is just so out of the blue. Let me know in the comments what you think about it.
Lindsey Graham is dead. The 71-year-old Republican politician, warmonger from South Carolina has passed away. In a statement that was released by his office, it says, on the evening of Saturday, July 11th, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham passed away from a brief and sudden illness. Senator Graham's family appreciates prayers at this time and asks for privacy during this incredibly difficult period. They didn't say what the brief and sudden illness is. They just said that he has officially passed away. Okay, and of course, nobody saw this coming. People assumed that it would be Mitch McConnell, given that there has been no news, but no, it's actually Lindsey Graham. All right. Now, of course, I'm going to do an entire video wrap up on his legacy. I have a few videos out about who he was and what he's done and the legacy he leaves behind, but that was before he actually is, behind, you know what I mean? So an updated video on that is coming. But yes, 2:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as of today. Right now, Lindsey Graham is dead.
Breaking news, Senator Lindsey Graham is dead at 71. He had just returned back from meeting with President Zelensky of Ukraine and was set to be on Meet the Press in a few hours. In a statement, his staff said that he came down with a sudden extreme illness and died. And now that is 2 votes that they are down in the Senate between him and Mitch McConnell. I just know they're both looking up at us.
So I'm out walking my dog and Lindsey Graham just died. And I'm like so happy, but like it's like 3 in the morning and there's no one to tell. And like I feel like Paul fucking Revere or something. I'm like, everybody on the East Coast is asleep. Even the West Coast is kind of asleep. And I'm like, hey, everyone, do any of you know that Lindsey Graham just died? It's up and it's stuck. Is anybody
Lindsey Graham is dead. 100% dead serious. I thought it was important that you heard this from members of his own community, even though we don't claim him, because this is a historic moment. And correct me if I'm wrong, but don't these things happen in threes? Can I get a witchy comment from everyone? The power of 3 will set us free. I don't know. I feel like the energy shifts and manifestation, things are happening right now. Are y'all feeling it too?
U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham has died. According to his office, he passed away after a brief illness at the age of 71. Graham, known for advocating a strong U.S. foreign policy, was a key figure in Congress. Tributes are still pouring in. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster describing him as irreplaceable. And U.S. Senator Rick Scott from Florida releasing the following statement saying, quote, he will be greatly missed as a legislator and a friend.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Hey, he was just on a 20-minute phone call with that boy Mitch, and now that nigga in a ditch. South Carolina, stand up. But in all seriousness, so many of the cases that I have went through have been from South Carolina. They're going unanswered, unhelped. This man ain't help a damn thing. And like my grandmama told me, death usually runs in threes. They claim that boy Mitch McConnell is alive, but ain't nobody heard from him. I mean, his wife then ran off to China or some shit and was giving secrets and whatnot, so can't nobody trust her. And they claim, everybody went on the news today talking about some, oh yeah, I'll talk to him for 40 minutes, I'll talk to him for 20 minutes, talk to him about such and everything except his health. Yeah, right. But anyway, it ain't the person we wanted to go, but it's the person we got. So South Carolina, I know you all are excited. So family, leave a comment and let me know what you think about this. Like, share, and repost so everyone can embrace in the good news. And as always, stay informed and stay sharp.
Wow, Lindsey Graham has passed away. This is huge breaking news and completely unexpected. And obviously with Mitch McConnell out right now too, in the hospital, this makes it really tight for Republicans to pass votes in the Senate. But even though I agree with Lindsey Graham on nothing politically, condolences to the family. Just really crazy to see at 2:00 a.m. on a random Saturday night. Again, condolences to the family.
It was 2 in the morning and someone in Washington just died. Not him, no, not Mitch McConnell. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham. Seriously, Lindsey Graham, 71, has just reportedly died, which is not great, but after a brief illness, there's no cause of death. Not celebrating it, but like, it's pretty shocking. But the bigger story, right, now that he's gone, what happens next? Who replaces him? Does it change the balance of power in the Senate? Because it's now going to be possibly 50 to 49. So we'll see what happens with that. But let me know what you think. Because, whew, y'all, some of you are going to be very happy and some of you are going to be very mad when you wake up. Let me know.
Well, let me tell you, I did not expect to make a video at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. But, Lindsey Graham died. 71 years old, brief and sudden illness. Well, that's gonna change some shit around. Let me tell you, I don't think anybody expected this. I don't think anyone in South Carolina expected this shit. But oh my God, are things about to flip? I thought the Graham Plattner shit was crazy because he's dropping out. Now they're like, scrimmaging, trying to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do in Maine. Now this motherfucker is dead. Oh shit. I'm a little bit speechless. I literally just opened up my phone. I did not expect to talk about this. I did not think this was happening. Ryan Shedd, actually. You were the reason why I get popped up on threads through him, and holy shit. What is gonna happen? This is about to be a game changer, man. Especially for the midterms. This was not on my bingo card. What do y'all think of this? He's gone. Queen Lindsey, goodbye.
Senator Lindsey Graham is dead. He died on Saturday, July 11, 2026, according to statements from his Senate office kept by major outlets including CNN, the Associated Press, and NBC News. He was 71 years old at the time of his transition. They say that death comes in threes, and I am wondering.
Who's next?
Lindsey Graham was a senior figure in Senate GOP politics, elected to the Senate in 2002 after serving in the House for over 2 decades of Senate tenure. In recent years, he was widely known as a close ally of President Donald Trump, having shifted from an early Trump skeptic to a strong supporter, particularly on judicial appointments and national security. Please note that Lindsey Graham recently visited Ukraine, meeting with President Zelensky in Kyiv to discuss air defense needs and progress on a Russia sanctions bill in the U.S. Congress. Zelensky's office noted that Graham's 10th visit to Ukraine, underscoring his long-running role as one of Kyiv's most vocal champions in the Senate. May he rest where he is resting, enduring what he is enduring. May his memory be a reminder to all who loved him and who now are grieved.
I have some breaking news for you guys this morning, and I can actually say that because this news isn't even 10 minutes old as I'm recording it. Longtime Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has died at the age of 71 years old. This is not a joke. This has been confirmed by multiple news sources at this point. Graham was fresh off a trip from Kyiv, Ukraine, where he met with President Zelensky when he suddenly fell ill and passed away. At this point in time, there are no details as to what this illness was. However, the man was 71 years old. It don't take much. We could be talking about a heart attack, a stroke, or any number of things, but again, we don't have any details. Now, if you've watched my page for any amount of time, you should know I did not like Lindsey Graham at all. I thought he was one of the main mouthpieces contributing to this nonsense that we're dealing with as a country right now. And on top of that, he was kind of a fucking asshole. That being said, I am not about to go out of my way to disparage a man who I literally just found out died not even 10 minutes ago. But if we're being honest, I don't really care that he's gone. I said the same thing when Charlie Kirk died. How do you want to be remembered? And if you're going to sit there and dedicate your entire life's work to making people miserable and making their lives harder, don't expect to be exalted when you're gone. Now, I know this ain't the news we all wanted to hear, but it's what we got, and beggars can't be choosers. So with that, Mr. Graham, good luck.
First up, of course, what deal with the devil did Mitch McConnell make? To live like what? A week longer? Not that I'm complaining. I'll take a 2-for-1 in the same few weeks if I'm offered. Which leads me to my second thing, which is, guys, listen, I know that it can feel shocking when you're expecting one right-wing warmonger to die, and then suddenly another right-wing warmonger dies. And he was definitely gay the entire time. But that being said, Lindsey Graham routinely said some of the most racist shit that honestly, I don't think most people could even consider stringing together the words that he just freely and casually said all the time. He was deeply, deeply racist. Lindsey Graham said constantly that all Palestinians should die because they're all terrorists. So just, we can all be still pretty cool about this one.
Breaking news into our newsroom right now at this late hour. We have confirmed that Lindsey Graham, the Republican senator from South Carolina, has died at the age of 71. His office confirmed that it was from a sudden illness. And here's a statement that his office posted right now. Graham's family says they appreciate the prayers and are asking for privacy during this very difficult time. We will have much more for you as we continue to follow this story overnight.
Oh my God, my dad just texted me. Lindsey Graham is no longer with us. You guys, the world just got slightly better. Slightly. Donald Trump diarrhea syndrome summer. It's gonna be poppin'. Some might say explosive. Oh God. I really hope this means that we're just one step closer to a few other old geezers kicking the bucket. Yes. Thanks for leading the pack, Lindsey.
Regardless of where you stand politically, moments like this remind us how quickly life can change. Political battles come and go, but the impact a public figure leaves behind becomes part of history. As the reaction continues pouring in and questions about the future of the Senate remain unanswered, one thing is certain, this story has already sent shockwaves through Washington. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.